Biggest last-minute winner for Leeds United against Sunderland last night sees them back top of the table with a 2-point cushion over Sheffield United. But what's the race for the playoffs looking like? We're going to get into that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It's all about match number 34, that's right, in the Championship, and we'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, Championship, World Football. We're going to all hear under one rooski. That's right, the race for the playoffs is hot to bloody trot. The race to avoid the drop is also hot to bloody trot. We'll take a look at both of those in a second. Of course, big shout out to the members, big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. What we're going to do now, though, is revisit those last round of games. My picks, your picks. Bring it back up to date with the Superbru. And of course, look forward to this weekend's drama. Sit tight, guys. Here we go. Non-stop shop predictions continue. Here we go with the Championship update. So let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, recapping results from this past midweek. QPR put 4. I said 4 past John Eustace and Derby County. Should we all laugh? That's me laughing right now. Meanwhile, Cardiff with a 1-1 draw against Bristol City. I went with a home win. Meanwhile, Oxford United did lose at home. The Kazam doesn't happen that often against Portsmouth Town, who are flying. Preston North End, nil. Burnley, nil in my eyes. Blackburn Rovers did come out on top of the 2-0 win over Plymouth. I went with a 2-1 win. Hull City could only draw with Norwich 1-1 in the end. Meanwhile, Sheffield United with the 1-0 win against Luton Town, 2-1 winners in my eyes. Watford with the 1-0 win over Middlesbrough. I went the other way. Millwall 1, West Brom 1, got that one spot on the nose. Coventry 2-1 winners over Sheffield Wednesday, got that one spot on the nose. Stoke with a 3-1 win over Swansea. I went with a 2-0 win myself. And Leeds United with a 2-1 win over Sunderland. I went with a 3-1 win in the end. So what does that mean then? Well, the means for the table, well, I'll show you right here, right now. It looks a little bit like this, guys. Table as I see it. It is Leeds. It is Sheffield United, of course, with the respectable points, of course. Gap is opening up now between Leeds and Burnley at 7 points. They played the same amount of games. It looks like the writing's on the wall. Meanwhile, the race to join Leeds, though, is still up for grabs. Burnley could squeeze in there. They've got some important games coming up. Sunderland might be a little bit too far away now, 8 points adrift. But you never know. You just don't know. The race really is for the playoffs. Rovers hanging on in there. And 4-point cushion heading into this weekend. Coventry, though, of course, could be in the playoffs this weekend with a result going in there. As even Bristol City could also jump into there. Who knows? Going down, it is Luton, it is Plymouth, it is Derby right now. But Hull, Cardiff City, still looking over the shoulders at the moment. So that, my friends, is what I've got for you. What about the Superbru? Well, we are making some tracks here, guys. We are making some tracks. This is what I'm talking about. The Superbru. Dream Marley running over at 21 points. Turtles on there alongside him. James, AOAFC, Macca, then me alongside Macca, of course. So I am serious about this, guys. I'm non-stop serious about winning this year. I'm going for it. Going for my own fucking league. Alex Weller, though, still clear. Pennywise there, still doing the business. Dream Marley up 2 spots to number 3. I am up 6 spots to number 11, just outside the top 10. I'm coming. I'm one of the form guys in this league right now. I'm coming at you, breathing down your necks, sons of bitches. That you watch me next week. I'll be in that top 10. No pressure. Of course, you guys got to raise it up. Raise your bloody game, of course. So that's the situation. Didn't Pete get the old wooden spoon? Did I just see there? Oh, Pete. I just had one in one of the leagues. It's not nice when you get the wooden spoon. Anyway, that's the situation in the Super Brewski. Of course, we're going to keep you up to date with all that and more when we have it. If you still want to have a go, it's still free to get into it. Not much gain from me, just a good old bit of healthy competition. Now, these are the next round of games coming at you this coming Friday. Now, there are 2 games taking place today, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday. Preston, Millwall. Of course, we're not going to predict those realistically. I'm going to chuck out my just my 2 cents on those games right now. Preston, Millwall, tough game. Preston are playing decent football right now, as are Millwall. Does smell like a draw for me on that one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Luton Town at Plymouth. Spicy, very, very spicy. We might finally see a Luton Town victory here for the new coach. It's an interesting one. It really is. Plymouth can play some good football. I'm going to go with the bookies here with the 2-1 win for Luton. That will boost their season and put Plymouth in hot water. So that's take care of that. Now, at the end of this prediction, we'll have an updated league table. Those 2 games will not be represented in those tables. So you'll see what I mean. Anyway, let's kick it all off with a double header on Friday night. It's Bristol City, it's Borough. It's coming at you on the 21st of February, of course. Bristol City under Liam Manning. They are 8th for the table, 46 points for the season. Just one defeat in the last 6 up against Middlesbrough under Michael Carrick, who's under pressure right now. They're 11th at the table, 44 points for the season. They've lost 4 on the spin. Just 1 win the last 6. They have played Bristol City 32 times since 1993. 15 wins Bristol City, 10 wins Borough. 7 draws between the two sides. Last time around, over at this very venue, was a 3-2 win for Bristol City, who are unbeaten against Middlesbrough over the last 6. They've won 3 on the spin against the Borough. Goodness gracious me, they are better. They are worse. Borough are worse against Bristol City than we are against Bristol City, and also worse against Bristol City than they are against Blackburn Rovers, if that makes any sense. Bristol City on the back of that 1-1 draw against Cardiff. Borough with that 1-0 loss to Watford. Goodness gracious me. The bookies on this one is quite tight, but Bristol City are favoured. Borough under the cosh. Going to go with a 1-1 draw though under the cameras. All eyes on this one. Meanwhile, this could be interesting. It is Burnley. It's Sheffield Wednesday, a team that really does well on the road against Burnley. Really don't give up too much. Coming out to more Scully Parker's boys, 3rd in the table, 65 points for the season. They need to win if they're going to have any serious aspirations for the top 2. 75% form for them right now. Up against Sheffield Wednesday under Danny Roll, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. They sit 9th, 45 points for the season. They have played 22 times since the year 2000. 8 wins Burnley, 7 wins Wednesday, 7 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue was a 3-1 win for Burnley back in September 2015. Long time ago. The reverse fixture, a 2-0 win for Burnley at Hillsborough back in October. Now, Sheffield Wednesday's away form is pretty good, reasonably good. It's not that amazing. They're still just 1 defeat in the last 3 on the road. They're coming into on the back of that 2-1 loss to Coventry, which was a morale-boosting sapper. Meanwhile, Burnley only could draw with Preston as they do with their bazillionth clean sheet in a row. The odds for this one, Burnley fancied on this one Wednesday, not so much. Going to go with a 2-0 win, denting Wednesday's playoff dreams and boosting Burnley's promotion hopes. Derby County against Millwall coming at Pride Park. Early kickoff this one. Derby County against Millwall at Pride Park. John Eustace Derby, 22nd in the table, 29 points for the season. Up against Millwall under Alex Neil, 14th at the table, 41 points for the season. They are coming into this on back-to-back games without a loss. Derby, of course, winless in the last 11. They have played 37 times since 1993. 11 wins Derby, 14 wins Millwall, 12 draws between the two sides. Last time around, at this very venue, it was a 2-1 win for Millwall back in February 2022. The reverse fixture, a 1-1 draw at the Den. Millwall are actually unbeaten against Derby over the last 4. A couple of wins and a couple of draws. Millwall, though, speaking of draws, picked up a 1-1 draw against West Brom. Derby, of course, got that thumped against QPR to make it back-to-back games without a goal. The odds for this one, Derby just about edge it. Millwall, the underdogs. Not me, though. Going to go with another 0-0 draw. Start with, of course, a clean sheet. Work your way from there. Derby County. Plymouth Argyle against Cardiff. Busy week for them. Important week for them at home park this time around. Important game. 23rd in the table as of right now. 28 points for the season. They're 58% form. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. Against Cardiff and Omaritza. Just 1 win in the last 4. They're 20th. 32 points for the season. They played 17 times since 2003. 5 wins Plymouth. 6 wins Cardiff. 6 draws between two sides. Last time around at this venue was a 3-1 win for Plymouth back in January 2024. The reverse fixture, a 5-0 win for Cardiff in Wales back in October. Cardiff on the back of that 1-1 draw against Bristol City. Plymouth losing to Rovers most recently. The odds right here, right now. Plymouth are fancied for the victory here by the odds, but only just. Could be a tight one. I'm going with a 2-1 win. Green Army boosting their chances, denting Cardiff's in the process. Meanwhile, Sunderland need to bounce back and fast. Taking on Hull City, coming at the Stadium of Lights. Of course, Reggie Labree's boys. 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They still sit 4th up against Hull and Ruben Sellis, 21st in the table, just 1 win in the last 5. They played 25 times in 2006, 13 wins Sunderland, 6 wins Hull, 6 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this venue, it was a 1-0 win for Hull back in January 2024. The reverse fixture this campaign at the MKM Stadium was a 1-0 win for Sunderland back in October. Sunderland losing to Leeds, lastminute.com. Hull with that important draw against Norwich, denting their promotion and boosting their boosting their season, really. Sunderland are fancied for the victory here. I'm going with them comfortably, though. 3-0 winners. Statement result once again. Coventry City against Preston North End. This could be interesting. The RCA Arena. Coventry trying to get into the playoffs. 67% form for them right now. They've won 4 of the last 6. They sit 7th. 47 points for the season up against Preston, who are 15th right now. 41 points for the season. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. It's Lampard. It's Heckingbottom. Excuse me. Played 36 times these two clubs since 2001. Just 3 wins. Just 3 wins for Coventry against Preston, who won 21. And there's been 12 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue was a 3-0 win for Preston back in February 2024. The reverse fixture at Deepdale was a 1-0 win for Preston, who of course surprised, even though from them stats, they are unbeaten against Coventry over the last 6. Coventry with a 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday. Preston with that 0-0 draw against Burnley, making back-to-back clean sheets. The odds right here right now, Coventry are looking good. Preston not so much. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Coventry, breaking that hoodoo of I don't even know how long that unbeaten run is. That Preston have over Coventry. Meanwhile, Norwich City against Stoke City. Coming at Carrow Road. Norwich under Jonas Todd up there, 12th for the table, 44 points for the season. Winless in the last 3, 50% form for them right now. Stoke under Mark Robbins, 2 wins and the last 6 games. They are 19th right now, 35 points for the season. They played 33 times since 1995. 12 wins Norwich, 10 wins Stoke, 11 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at the Carrow Road, it was a 1-0 win for Norwich back in September 2023. The reverse fixture at the Bet365 was a 1-1 draw back in October. Stoke on the back of that 3-1 win over Swansea cost a man his job. Meanwhile, Norwich on the back of that 1-1 draw against Hull to make winless in the last 3. The odds for this one, Norwich are fancied. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win myself on this one to take it to the mixer. Portsmouth against QPR coming out Fratton Park. Portsmouth and John Mousinho, 80 for the table, 36 points for the season. Back-to-back wins. Just one defeat in the last 4 up against QPR. Marty Cufientes, they've won 3. They've lost 3 over the last 6. They're on 50% form, sitting in 13th, 44 points for the season. They played 16 times since 1996. 4 wins Pompey, 6 wins QPR, 6 draws between the two sides. Last time around at Fratton Park, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2019 in the FA Cup. The last time they played at Fratton Park in the league was all the way back in November 2010. The reverse fixture, a 2-1 win for Portsmouth back in October 2024. Portsmouth back-to-back wins over QPR, stretching back to 2019. QPR on the back of that 4-0 drubbing of Derby. Portsmouth with that 2-0 win over Oxford and Oxford. The odds for this one, Portsmouth are fancied by their bookies. I'm going with a 2-0 win as well on this one. Meanwhile, let's go to Wales. It's Swansea, it's Blackburn, and as of recording, it's interim manager up against interim manager. That's right, Alan Sheeran up against David Lowe. That's right, the SwanseaCity.com stadium. Swansea 17th for the table, 37 points for the season, just 1 win in the last 6 up against Rovers, who are 5th at the table, 51 points for the season. They've won 3, lost 3, and back-to-back wins at the moment. They played 16 times since 2011, 6 wins apiece, and 4 draws. Last time around at Swansea, it was a 2-1 win for the Welsh back in March 2024. The reverse fixture, a 1-0 win for Rovers back in October. Blackburn, of course, on the back of that 2-0 win over Plymouth. Swansea losing to Stoke just the other day. The odds right here, right now, they do go with Swansea. They might have a new manager bounce before we might have a new manager bounce. Going to go with a 1-1 draw myself, point apiece. I'll take it right now as we enter a busy part of the season. Meanwhile, West Bromwich Albion up against Oxford, coming at you over at the Hawthorns. That's right. Tony Mowbray's West Brom sits 6th right now, 48 points for the season, 2 wins in the last 6. Up against Oxford under Gary Rowett, winless in the last 5. The new paint has suddenly become dry. They're 60 for the table, 38 points for the season. They played each other 11 times since 1993. 4 wins West Brom, 4 wins Oxford, 3 draws between the two sides. Last time around in the league, at this very venue, it was a 2-0 win for West Brom back in March 1999. All of you guys weren't even born then. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture at the Kazan was a 1-1 draw back in October. Of course, Oxford on the back of that 2-0 loss to Portsmouth, back-to-back games. In fact, 3 games now without a goal. They've only scored 1 goal in the last 5 concerning times. Meanwhile, West Brom on the back of that 1-1 draw against Millwall on the road. The odds for this one, West Brom fancy for the victory. Going to go there as well. 2-0 winners for the Baggies on this one. Meanwhile, Watford, they'll be taking on Luton Town. Bit of a spicy one on Sunday, the 23rd of Feb. Watford under Tom Cleverley, 10th for the table, 1 win in the last 6. Up against Luton under Matt Bloomfield, winless in the last 11. They are 24 for 27 points for the season. They played 13 times since 1993. 3 wins Watford, 5 wins Luton, 5 draws between two sides. Last time around at this venue was a 4-0 win for Watford back in October 2022. The reverse fixture, a 3-0 win for Luton at Kenilworth Road back in October. Watford on the back of that win over Middlesbrough. Luton losing to Sheffield United, back-to-back games now without a goal, scoring 1 goal in the last 4 have Luton. The odds for this one, though, Watford are fancied on this one. Luton, of course, not so much. Going to go with a 3-2 win for the Hatters on this one. The Hatters, sorry. For the Hornets. For the Hornets, I'm sorry. And Sheffield United against Leeds. Spicy, very, very spicy. It's first versus second, or second versus first, should we say. The Blades, of course, Chris Wilder's boys, second at the table, 7 points for the season. 4 wins on the spin. Up against Leeds United, Daniel Farker, back-to-back wins, just 1 defeat in the last 6. In fact, Leeds coming into this with worse form than Sheffield United over the last 6. Top of the table, 72 points for the season. They played 17 times since 1993. 8 wins Sheffield United, 6 wins Leeds United. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Leeds against, I was in the Premier League back in September 2020. The reverse fixture this campaign, a 2-0 win for Leeds at Ellen Road back in October. The Blades on the back of that 1-0 win over Luton. Leeds with that 2-1 win over Sunderland at Ellen Road. The odds for this one, though, Leeds overwhelmingly fancied, surprisingly so. I think people are drinking the Kool-Aid too much. I don't think they're that good. I think Sheffield United can catch them. And let's remember, Sheffield United have a 2-point deduction as well. So hold your fucking horses, guys. I don't think they're going to run away with the league. That being said, I'm going with a 2-2 draw. But I don't think they're that good. Anyway, that point, of course, look, it's just 2 points difference at the top of the table at the end of these games here. And again, Sheffield United had a 2-point deduction. So bear that in mind. That's my take on it right here, right now. This is the situation in the league. Of course, back again very, very soon with the next one of the games. But until then, subscribe, smash a like, catch you later. Until then, we are done.